Hey, welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to be giving you my first impressions on Lens Island. Huge thanks to Julian over at Flow Studio for giving me access to the demo. Now, bear in mind this is an early demo of the game that gives you a general idea of the main gameplay, so expect a bunch of stuff to be changed and added in the months leading up to release. Lens Island is an open-world action-adventure game where you can explore, farm, and fight. The game will feature various dungeons and quests, as well as being able to spend time with the local townsfolk. But what I'm playing is just a small teaser for what's to come, so let's talk about that. Gathering resources was the first thing on my mind. The game's inventory system is super unique, and I found myself liking it more and more as I played. There's no real inventory management to it, as what you gather will stay with you unless you die, and even then, you'll only lose what you've gathered since saving last. Gathering materials is also super satisfying. Each tool and weapon have a crit system to them, where if you click at just the right time, you'll be able to land a crit on whatever you're hitting to get it just a bit faster. These crits can be chained together, and it's rather tough to do consistently at first, but once I got the timing down, it was super rewarding. Once you gather enough materials, you can start building a house. Here's where you can get creative. Even though this is an early build, there's still a nice variety of building pieces to make some good looking houses. Although I've never been too good at doing that, the building is super easy to pick up and get the hang of. Aside from building, you can also craft a refinery, which will allow you to smelt basic materials into more sought after ones to either sell or use to craft better looking objects. There's also a pantry to keep all your food items in, as well as both a weapon and tool rack to manage which items you want on your hotbar. Farming is also a big part of Lens Island, as you're able to place plant beds to purchase and grow various flowers and vegetables. Seeing what I've planted grow over a few days felt rewarding, and it was actually worth it, as I could sell what I grew back to the shop. It was a nice relaxing break from all the building and combat. And speaking of combat, the demo features a nicely sized dungeon to explore that's filled with mysterious void-like creatures. You can purchase a sword from the shop as well as a torch to defend yourself from them. Currently, there's no lock-on system in the game just yet, but combining crit attacks with a dodge roll and even a special attack makes the combat super fun to learn. Understanding the timing and attack patterns on the enemies can be crucial to surviving the dungeon. I won't spoil all the areas in here, but it was a great tease of how the dungeons in the full game will look. Flow Studio also mentioned that dungeons aren't the only place we'll be fighting enemies, so we might need to keep an eye out above ground in the future. There are a few secrets to be found above ground too. I found a pirate island which had some pretty challenging parkour, but once I got the hang of it, I managed to grab the reward. However, it did take me a number of times to really get it right. Visually, Lens Island is gorgeous. It's got some great shadows and lighting that really add to the atmosphere. Walking out of your house just to be greeted with the sun hitting the trees is something that never got old. Even something as simple as resource gathering is elevated thanks to how rocks crumble or trees slam to the ground. For a build this early, you'd expect to find some bugs here and there, but after playing for 3 hours last night, I never encountered any. The game runs and looks great. I'm excited to see how this game grows in the months leading up to release. There is a bunch of potential here for it to be really great. And thanks again to Flow Studio for giving me this early look at the demo. Lens Island is set to release onto Steam in October of this year. If you enjoyed this video, leaving a like is the best way to support, and if you want to stay up to date on all things Lens Island, a subscription is the best way to do that, as I'll be covering any major updates to the game. That's all for this video. I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching.